absolute legends. And when I say that, you are legends. And if you're a legend and you haven't already done so, please smash the subscribe button to subscribe to more great content like this. It's John here then. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you're up to. Um, I want to talk about this today. And this is a Proton Jumbuck. You know how I love my Protons. If you've not seen the Protons on the channel, this has popped up for sale and it's actually going to auction on the 11th of March at 11 a.m. It's been offered by WB and Sons, which are a prestige vehicle auctioneer, apparently, and they are based, it sounds like Oop North, somewhere near Glasgow. In fact, actually, let's have a quick look where they are based. It doesn't actually tell me. Ah, Newcastle. Newcastle upon Tyne is where it's being offered for auction. That's quite north, isn't it? But not north as Glasgow, so I can only apologise. And I'm checking this out then. There's two parts to this video. One, me having a chat and looking at the photographs on the website. And two, they've done a walk around video and we're going to do a little voiceover on the walk around video of the car. So I saw it pop up. Somebody tagged me it on Twitter. And it's quite interesting because, as you know, I love my Protons. And I haven't got a jump book. And this is quite cool. It's quite special. But I wanted to just have a quick look in detail about it. So it's a 2004 then Jumbuck pickup. If you haven't seen them around, where have you been living? This one has been modified. Do not know who by, but it's got a 1.8 GTI engine under the bonnet. And you can see, just look at these photographs, there's been a little bit of modification going on. It's been repainted in this lilac purpley colour. And obviously we've got additions such as bonnet spats. These alloys have been modified, haven't they? And then obviously got wind deflectors as well. So quite a cool little pickup. So let's just have a look at some of the pictures here then. We've got a scuff on the front bumper here. We've got these vents in the bonnet. Someone's put some sort of sticker on here. We'll have a look at that in more detail. Nice to see it's got the original RAC sticker and the Proton security sticker in the windscreen there. They've done some really good photographs of this. We've got some bend in the aerial, not a major issue. This side looking good. This door panel's looking, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a different shade. The paintwork just doesn't sit right with me on this. I'm not sure what's going on here, why we've got a side exhaust. We've got red brake calipers, of course we've got red brake calipers, and we've got Oz Racing alloy wheels. Chromish. Okay, I understand. Promish, fine. Not overly sure why you'd have that on your car. That would be coming off if that was mine. It looks good, doesn't it? And we've not got the roll bars, the load bars here on the side here. They've been taken off, which is a shame actually because they're quite useful if you're going to use it as a everyday pickup. I suppose the person that might be buying this is going to use it as a bit of a show vehicle or a bit of a statement piece. Um, we've got some sort of modification going on the back here, and we've not got the Jumbuck splashed across the back. I'd want that. I'd really want that. What's oh, Deal of Kelvedon. Okay, that's the original dealer who supplied it, Deal of Kelvedon. They're a good supplier, actually. Great guys there. Big shout out to John and Gary there. This doesn't seem to fit right, does it? This fuel filler cap. That's interesting to me. Coming across to this side, just the paintwork looks really mottled. I'm not sure if it's the lighting, but the paintwork doesn't look the best. It doesn't look the best job. And you can see under here, we've got paint and then what seems to be either muck or wax oil or anti-chip or something. I would be probably anti-chipping all the way up to this swathe line here in maybe black. It would certainly need undercoating, not undercoating, undersealing. Don't like that. Really hate that. The Promish thing. Right, let's look at these wheels then. Yeah, Oz Racing wheels, fine. Oh, let's just go back. Is that full of filler? That potentially could be full of filler there, couldn't it? Because these Jumbucks, they do rot out. And if you've never seen the Jumbucks, they're obviously a commercial utility vehicle, but they absolutely suffered with rot. Because Proton didn't protect them as well as they did their normal residential cars. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe we've got some holes where there should be some mud flaps. It looks a bit shoddy there. Um, okay, fine. Again, this wheel arch here is absolutely full of filler. Let's look inside then, because these normally suffer because the interior wasn't built as well as a normal Proton interior. Okay, we've got the Recaro fishnet. Yeah, we've got the Recaro seats in here. Cool, they're from a GTI. Uh, let's have a look at the dials. We've got GTI dials. Got a cool stereo in here. The interior actually looks quite cool. Not sure about the Mitsubishi steering wheel. I'd be upset about that if I was buying a Proton. But again, someone's branded as a Promish, haven't they? What's this guy doing here? What are you doing? Get off your phone. Terrible. Uh, Headlining looks good. The interior does look quite cool. It's somewhere that I would probably want to be. We haven't got air conditioning in this model. No, we have not. But we have got a £1 coin holder. So that has made my day. I say what? 4,481 miles. I'm assuming that's since it's been rebuilt. That's not the uh, official mileage, I would suggest. Load bay hasn't got the plastic liner. I would want that because you're just going to scuff all that up the second you use it, as you can see. Someone's used it to put some bits in. They've dinted the load bed. I'd want that plastic liner back in. This seems a bit half done. Right, here we go. This is what everyone wants to see, isn't it? This is what we want to see. We've got the DOHC 16 valve 1.8 GTI Mitsubishi engine in there. We've got a strut brace as well. Let's have a look under here. So it's still got its Proton branded VIN tag. It's lost its original burger sticker here. And you can see, looking under here, that the original colour was probably blue as opposed to this lilac-y purple colour. It's a shame that they have just painted the wings and body and not actually taken the effort to do the engine bay. And if I was selling this, I would clean out all this crud that's in the drains here as well. That's not filling me with lots of confidence that someone has taken good care and prepared this car for auction well. And then we're back to the beginning. Right, so that's part one of us looking at this Proton. Guide price £3,000 to £4,000. I'll be really surprised, I won't lie. It has an MOT expiry date 27th of the 12th. They've marked it down as blue, but it's not blue, is it? It's like a lilac-y purple. Let's have a look at the video because the walk around video may give us a little bit more information.
So here it is then. Here's part two of the video, which is a walk around video recorded by the auction house, which is good though. And there's a lot of information on here. I'll link to the original video in the description. So here it is then. This is the walk around video of the Proton that we were just looking at on the website. Hopefully we're going to see in more detail now little niggles, bits and pieces wrong with the car, and in-depth look at maybe things like the bonnet and the wings. And we can see on this bonnet already there's some micro blistering there in that paintwork, as I suspected the paint job hasn't been the best in the world. It's all micro blistered actually on that bonnet. That is not great, and that's going to be done where someone has had either moisture or silicon or something in the air when this has been sprayed. I would suggest it's not been sprayed professionally. We look at these vents and they've obviously been cut into the bonnet. Those lights are nice and clean and fresh. They were going to be the original ones. They don't normally fade. I've got a scuff on that bumper as we saw in the photographs. Again, a little chip and a crack on that bumper. And that bumper, again, is obviously going to be plastic and it's not going to have been painted to the same quality. You can see a paint difference there between that wing and that front bumper. And that wing looks good there, doesn't it? There's no rust or rot that we can see. Nice and straight on that wing. There might be a little blemish in there, but not a major issue. There we go, the Oz Racing wheel. That caliper, of course, is red. Looking at this sill, there's a wiggle there in that sill. It looks like someone's trapped maybe a seatbelt in the door or something. Oh my goodness, we've gone onto the roof and it is ever so blistery. I have a funny feeling this whole car is going to be micro blistered the entire way around. If this reaches £3,000 to £4,000, I'll be so surprised, in its current condition. It needs a whole respray, doesn't it? Well, I suppose if it's a useful utility vehicle for somebody, what, 1,500 to 2,495 is a good buy for somebody. I know I'm undervaluing it there at 1,500, but I'm just thinking proactively. Again, that paintwork there, it's all mottled, it's cloudy. Um, Good from a distance, good for people with 20/20 vision, if you know that old one, 20 feet away and 20% visibility. Um, let's look at this fuel filler cap then in a minute. I think he's talking now about how it's all been done. Oh, there's a scratch. Okay, fine, quite a deep scratch. Ah, that's interesting. And then we've got some marks around the fuel filler cap. I don't know why. I would suggest that's probably where it's bent. It's probably failed and someone's prized it open. We're looking at the load bay hatch then. Yeah, fine. There's a dint in that. Somebody couldn't be bothered to straighten it out before they painted it. Clearly, what's that? What is that? Why has that been just stuck down with tape? Um, that would be worrying me. What is that? Lights are all good at the back. Again, we've not got the Jumbuck logo, which is a shame. We could have done a modified Jumbuck logo. Again, he's saying this is where they filled in some holes because they have. That's where the bars should be. Look at this wheel arch then. I'm not impressed with this side exhaust. It's terrible. You're going to burn your leg on that, aren't you? Kids are going to be getting in burning their legs. Or messing about, that sort of thing. There's another wiggle in that sill. Just there, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Door panel looks good. It's a little bit hazy, that door panel, actually. It might need a little bit of a buff. There, yeah, there's a hazy patch. I saw it. Don't you worry, I saw it. And then we're going to look in the engine bay, hopefully. We're looking at this wing. Another scratch, another bit of hazing. I would suggest someone's had the panels off and painted it bit by bit, maybe. It's certainly not been sprayed in one go, I don't think. At least they've done the door shuts and the sills internally. I didn't expect them to have done that, really, looking at what they've done under the engine bay. Yeah, we've got electric mirrors, we've got electric windows, we've got Recaro seats, and he's going to say about the bolster, no doubt. Yeah, there we go. The bolster's fine, yeah, lovely. Yeah, I'm not as sold as I first was. You know, when you look at a car, you see a car for sale, someone sends you it, and you think, actually, that is an absolute honey. I'm looking more at it now, and I'm seeing things that really are either worrying me or I'm just nitpicking, maybe, who knows. Looking at the cluster now, in white dark cluster, made in Malaysia, lovely. And this centre console. The interior I can't fault, really. I really do love the interior on this. And if I'm looking for a cheap Proton Jumbuck, maybe something to play with, this would be a good starting point. But again, I'm not going to be dropping more than 2.5 grand on something like this, especially without actually looking at the MOT history of the car. Um, that would need some more in-depth uh, looking at there, wouldn't it, really? So that's it then. We've had a look around this Proton Jumbuck. Would I be buying it? Probably not. Would I have a little flutter on it on auction day, £1,500? Maybe. As a good starting point, and I suppose the engine's really worth that as well in that condition, especially tuned by HKS. Hope you enjoyed the video. Whatever you're getting up to today, please, if you have, give us a like, give us a subscribe. What do you think? Any views, any comments on this one? This Proton Jumbuck 1.8 GTI, I bet it's rapid, I won't lie. Um, there's loads more videos on the channel as well if you want to explore that. Until next time, take care, have a great day, whatever you're getting up to, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.